Hello everyone, welcome back to another India forecast, and today I'm going to predict the weekend and also look into the future of where the air masses are going to set up for later this month. Um, without further ado, we're going to talk about the temps for the rest of your weekend going into Saturday to the afternoon. So we're going to start off, your morning Saturday. Very cool in the morning here. Central part of the state looking at about 55, 56, and parts of the northern and eastern parts of the state, maybe even looking at a 49, maybe even a 47. So 47, 49 around this region in the morning, and maybe a temp of 50 here, and then maybe a 55 down here. Very cool in the morning. Let's pile on the dew points with that. It's a little moist from the early morning dew points, but again, that's not really much because we've been dealing with those, upper 70, 80s, and just brutal dew point temperatures in Indiana. But it looks like it's going to calm down a bit just for the weekend, and then unfortunately ramp back up going into Monday. But so far, the dew points going into your Saturday, as I increase the time, they looks like they get a little stronger, getting into about the noon hours. But afternoon looks like the humidity and stuff kind of clears up for just one half of the state. So the central, northeastern, and southeastern part of the state. You see these pockets of, beige and gray. That's showing that the moisture is not as high as, over here where it's like the 60s, 70s. So this is dry air, and this is extremely moist air. So that's what that looks like on NextRad. And as you see here, going into your 4 p.m., we see a little bit of air movement, kind of moving in our direction. I would say that this bulk's heading this way and this bulk's heading that way. So yeah, the moisture is coming back. There's going to be a little bit more of a rain return to this kind of an area. But that's going into your Sunday, Monday time frame. So, and it's not too high of a chance, but we'll cover that more. I'll make another forecast before that rain comes in to let you know exactly where it's going to be. All right, and so your temps also for going into the afternoon, evenings, central part of the state, you're going to see a high around 83, 84. The northern part of the state's probably looking at about 80 for your high, and your south part of the state could maybe see an isolated 83, 85. That's what I'm going to go for the southern part of the state. Overall, not much hotter than that because the dew points are staying relatively low. I would say the best feeling temperatures are going to be on this part of the state going into the afternoon, evening. There's a little bit of a humidity here in the morning for the south part of the state, southwestern to be exact. And then on radar right now, we are looking completely clear. We'll go through this real quick. No precipitation to talk about. It's been pretty dry after those couple of fronts came through and brought dry air to this part of the United States. So there's not much to talk about as well as precipitation lane. So let's go back over to the models here, and we can just talk about where the future air masses are going to set up. So as we see here, let's go to the dew points. Okay, this isn't exact. About after you get about 200 hours out, maybe even 150 hours out, honestly. You can't really trust this too much, but this is just giving you an idea of what possibly could look like in the future where these air masses might set up. Humidity will return, though, I can tell you that, at least for the eastern part of the United States. Here on, there's going to be a lot of humidity building in this area at some point. Of course, the southeast as well, but yeah, there's still going to be like heat ridges out here in the west, maybe an occasional one that'll slide down, but the heat and humidity just soars out of the Gulf, for the rest of the going into late August and starting, even to the fall. I would bet there's still going to be some stormy activity here in the Ohio Valley. But if I roll, just so you know, once I roll this out, this is what I'm talking about. You see those plumes of moisture that just kind of stick around, and there's some days where it's just going to be brutal with the really high humidity. Maybe have some more heat warning advisories going into late next week and the week later next 2 weeks as well. So yeah, the humidity definitely returns on this area of the U.S. and we see more of a, I guess, drier, not too dry, but a little bit of dryness over here in the west and the northwest. So I hope you enjoyed this forecast, and hope you have a good rest of your weekend and enjoy those dry dew point temperatures.